What's up guys, Saltoro Cards here, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I've been in the past 3 or 4 videos I've been talking about I'm going to be doing a new series, 1 or 2 series, and this is the start of the first one. So the first one is going to be obviously starting now, as I said, and the second one I think is going to be in a couple of weeks. I just need to decide how I'm going to basically record it and do the series. So the first series that we're going to be doing today, I haven't thought of a name, which is really bad. So when I obviously do the YouTube video, we'll make a title and name the series. But to explain a bit about it just before we actually get into the video, it's going to be about people starting in the hobby, or even people like me that have been in the hobby for 2, 3, 4, 5 years compared to other people. So it's going to be how to protect your cards, where to send your cards to grade, how to grade, pre-grade your own cards. I'm not saying obviously I'm a pre-grader, but you start to learn things as you get get into the hobby, really, about cards, how to how to pre-grade them. Obviously where to buy your cards, how to sell your cards, where are the best platforms to buy and sell your cards. A bit about what I collect, a bit about what you should collect. Obviously I'm not here to say you should collect Messi, Ronaldo, legends, vintage, all this. Just like if you do like this certain team. So for example, I support West Ham. Do I collect them? No, it's bad, but I want to stick to obviously the Spanish roots. But if I'm a West Ham supporter, essentially I should collect West Ham. Or if I'm a supporter of Pele, go collect Pele. Or collect someone you want to prospect in. So obviously if you started to collect Jude when he was obviously at where was he at? He was at Birmingham City, and obviously went to Dortmund, so you started collecting then. So it's going to be like a little series, just like how, like, is it weird to say the books that you get, I think it's in WH Smith, like dummies, how to do it. So basically just explaining stuff in the hobby for new people and existing people. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Sorry for the long explanation, guys, but yeah, just to get into it. So protecting your cards, this is probably what the biggest thing, one of the biggest things I think in the hobby that people should know about. Obviously you're spending your money, your hard working money on cards, and you can't be leaving them around unsleeved, unprotected, and they just go all the corners get scratched, whitening on the cards. It's not good. It's not good, and especially if you're looking to grade these cards, you need to keep them in the best condition and protected as possible. So just to start with, I know it's probably simple and people are going to laugh saying of course everyone knows this, but is to use a sleeve. So it's really simple. Just going to get a card on the left here. So I've got Sergio Ramos from other recordings. So if I just take the card out of the sleeve, you've got the card here, really nice. But obviously you want to protect it. You want to protect it from any scratches or any even dust. If it's laying around just collecting dust and all that, it's going to make the card dirty, and obviously you really don't want that. So obviously you got a sleeve. Let me just get a new sleeve out. So it's an excuse for me to get a sleeve, and obviously now I've just noticed I've got the SGC shirt, not sponsored. I just got the t-shirt given to me, so why not use it? So hopefully the camera doesn't lag. So obviously it's probably going to be painful for some people to watch this because I can't even put it in. So that's what she said. There you go. There you go. So that's number one. So you want to sleeve your cards. So obviously if you're using something like a mag, obviously I'll explain that later in the video, you don't really use sleeves unless you want to keep the card cemented in that place. So obviously you got a sleeve. Second thing I would normally do is, so I'm a bit biased with how I protect my cards. A lot of people obviously use top loaders, which is normally the way to go. I used to use that when I first started in the hobby, but now I tend to use something like this. So this is a semi-rigid. It's more flexible than the actual top load itself, so it's a bit more, yeah, I don't want to not obviously bend the stick and tell my Zara, but I'd say protection wise, I'll probably feel more safer using the top loader. But just for grading wise, if you're sending cards to grading, they would recommend, or they want you to send your cards or stickers in a semi-rigid. Don't know why. I need to find out. Oh god, I need to find out why. But yeah, so obviously with protection with your cards, you obviously put it in your sleeve, and then you put it in your top loader. So that's how you just bang it down a bit, and that's how you protect your card. So obviously, nice way to have it. And to add a little special touch, normally what I do is get one of these. So these are just a sleeve. These are normally used for PSA slabs, which I'll show you what they look like in a minute if you haven't seen them. 99% of you has seen a PSA slab, but normally what I do is, so obviously I'll get the right size, but I'll do something like that, bend it over, and it's protected. Normally I wouldn't use this size, I can't remember what. So basically, let me see if I can find a size that I would normally use. So it would be something like this. So just like a little sleeve over the top loader, so the top loader doesn't get any dust, I would say. I just think it looks really professional and nice. I think I got that idea from RP Trading Cards, and I still use it today. So that's one way to obviously protect your cards and stickers. So you've got a normal top loader, or you've got a semi-rigid. If you want to go a bit different and daring, a lot of people like to go with mags. So mags for me personally, makes the card or sticker look, well, normally you would use cards, and makes the cards look so much better than let's get an opinion, put it in the comments. What do you think looks nicer? I think, the mag looks nicer, but a lot of people don't like to use the mag just because, I don't know what I'm going to do with this card, because it's quite an expensive card. But if you shake it, the corners tend to get dinged, or apparently whitening the corners, like, it does damage your card. I believe if you put one sleeve in front of it and then close it, it'll protect the card. Obviously you won't see the card as much, obviously, because you've got the sleeve obviously taking the shine away. But it's a nice way to store your cards that if they're not gradable. So this one, I'm going to try to use Kerr's Card Care and see if it's gradable. If not, I'm just going to keep it in a mag like that. So it's like, for example, I don't know why I keep saying that, I've got a Sergio Ramos also, which was on the last Mel Day. That I'm just keeping it in a mag just because it's not gradable, but it will look really nice. And with your Instagram bio, if you've got Instagram, you can obviously get a custom sticker and put it over the mag, and bit of advertisement. So that will look really good. But yeah, a lot of people tend to use mag just for stuff they're not grading, or just to look nice, and obviously to do in a picture. So that's another way to store your cards. Another way is obviously using a top loader, but it's for the thicker cards. So you're thinking, for example, I've got this Futera, Puyol and Eric Garcia. So as you can tell, this is a thicker card. So you can obviously get different sizes with the top loaders. You got 35 PT, I think 45 PT, and it goes all the way up. I think that's with mags as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so normally you'll get thicker top loaders, obviously thicker cards, because you don't really want to squeeze a card like this into a semi-rigid when it's going to damage all the corners, and obviously not good for grading. Next one to how to really store your cards is by sending them to grading. So if you send them to grading, you'll get it like this. So obviously that's if you send to PSA. If you send to SGC or any other company, it'll look different. So obviously PSA, I know it's really bad with a PSA mat and an SGC mat and a PSA card, but this is another way to store your cards. So apparently these last up to 65 years. Apparently, I'm not too sure. I think I heard that on YouTube or a podcast, I can't remember. But these last 65 years. And if you're paying £21 for grading, or you get a little special on £18, I think it's about what, 20p a month or something, just to protect one card. I think that's an amazing deal. Obviously looks nice, gives a grade as well, which is even better. If it gets a 10, you're laughing. But yeah, just using that for example, obviously Sergio Ribas, but it looks nice. I would say it's easy to crack, obviously, if you're planning to do grading with a different company, you can do that. But just to protect your cards, it's an easy way to do it. Obviously, the most expensive way to do that to protect your cards is sending them to grading compared to getting a mag or something like that. But it's what people prefer. So you've got over here, I'm just going to put what type of stuff you can use to basically protect your card. So you've got a PSA slab. Obviously, you've got any slab in general. We got the top loader, but just the thicker top loader for the thicker cards, so like Immaculate, obviously Futera. Some patches are normally a bit patch. Well, a card that contains a patch, obviously normally they're a bit thicker sometimes. So we've got that. Obviously, got a mag to make. Basically, I think the mag is the best for display, but it's for cards that are really not gradable in my opinion. Next one is obviously we've got, sorry for the camera going really bad, we've obviously got a normal standard top loader, which is the most common and probably the cheapest way to go. Normally you'll probably pay £3.50 to £5 for a pack of, I think 50 or 25, something like that. So I'm not sponsored, but I was going to put it down in the description, Big H, I think .collectibles or Big H. He does literally supplies for anything. He's got supplies for tickets, he's got supplies for mags, semi-rigids. So you can use Big H. For example, as I said, you've got ticket holders. I've got this, so this is obviously a ticket holder for Mark Noble's first ever game, which I'm going to grade, but obviously a top loader like that to protect your stickers because they do like bend easily. So obviously you're going to get a worse grade. Obviously, if it's PC, it should be alright. So that's the end of the video. I know it was a bit of a weird video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I think the more episodes we get, I think the more understanding I'll be on myself and better to explain and have a better idea of it. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully it was a video that you enjoyed and want to see more of. Hopefully the standard will be getting better, me talking to a camera, because I'm still a bit shy. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys later, and peace.